What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well.
Jesus, that's loud.
Shockwaves, KG, shockwaves. Hope everyone's doing very well, having a good Monday morning. We're back, KG. They've let us go into a second week of the transfer view.
Oh. Yeah. Very proud of myself again. I'm putting in the shift. Really good to be here, man. And it's good to see you as well. Morning, everybody. Morning, UV community. It's another week, man. And you know what? Excited for all the disappointment we're going to have this week.
Come on, KG. You got to start off positive. Well, this is what I don't understand with you. This is what I don't understand with you, because you are so, it depends on the day with you, my friend, doesn't it? Because Absolutely. Some days you'll be like, actually not even some days, some hours. Because there's a high chance, like you'll call me later on going, really excited about the transfer news right now, Owen. And then tomorrow morning it's, oh, come on, man. What?
I'm reactionary.
Yeah.
I'm very reactionary.
I'm going to also be quite reactionary this morning, KG. We were just chatting before we went live. Some of you may have seen this last night with me. I've had about 2 hours sleep.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not. You can't go anywhere, bro. You're stuck here. I don't care yet.
About 15 minutes in, you might have to press we don't have the capacity in terms of my eyes.
So we don't have the capacity.
So yeah.
Always tired. Nah, that's really funny. How was your weekend though? Well, you need to do this more, man. Again, it's Monday, fresh. How was your weekend? Was it all right?
It was okay. I don't like this heat. I'm very upset with the heat.
Okay.
I don't like to bring it up, even though I bring it up every stream. And I say I don't like to bring it up because when you bring up that it's hot here, people get very like, well, where I'm from, it's that all the time. So what are you complaining about? And I always go back with, but you don't live where I live. So you might be used to it. I'm not used to it. Our houses are built to keep heat in. And then you go, and we don't have AC in every house. And people go, you don't have AC in every house? No, because it's not meant to be this hot here. And when it's so the fan's on.
The fan's on. I've been sleeping with the fan.
Anyway, how was your weekend before we move on? We are going to talk about transfers.
We'll get into that, man. But come on, it's Monday. Listen, my weekend was very interesting. I learned, I don't think I could be a manager, mate.
Oh yeah,
I was a manager, and I had to I was managing Nines and a few other players. DR Sports versus AFTV, bro. Managerial stuff is hard, you know. Do you know why? Because I thought I was just gonna come and be a celebrity, right? And just do like Rafa Benitez hand signs. I had no interest in actually managing. When the players was like, Gaffer, what formation are you playing? I said, hold on. Oh, you have expectation. Then after I set up my team because I didn't know these players, had to learn them, had to get to know them on that day, in that moment. And then after they I see sad eyes. I saw the Donny van der Beek eyes, bro. They wanted to play. And then after, I'm getting pressure. I'm getting pressure from one UK's biggest rappers, right? He's like, manager, play me. Wait, what? And he's losing the ball. I took him off.
Yeah, I saw you were there in what I did rate was your managerial outfit. You know what I mean?
Black Hog, that's what I was calling myself. I pressed the outfit the night before. Did you see it?
No, I just saw literally the white shirt, sleeves rolled up, obviously. You know what I mean? Because you got to. You know what I mean? KG's a sort of a young, cool, progressive manager. You know what I mean? Not tracksuit, not suit, casual.
Yeah, no, I came with the 10 arms, bro. But it was very. Do you know what was hard? Yeah, it was all the other players that really wanted to play, man. Then I got to a point because it was 1-0 down, yeah, and I was like, guys, has everyone played? They said yes. I said, all right, we're past playing now. I want to win. Yeah, so if you're not trying to help the team, I don't want to hear from you.
Did you do the Ten Hag thing when they go, why didn't you bring me on? Out of respect.
No, I told them after everyone got minutes, I told them, listen, guys, I'm picking the team to win. So again, you got to do you want to play or do you want to put the team first?
And what was the final result? Did you win?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
3-2. But we got robbed though. Was robbed. Definitely robbed. Was robbed. Yeah. Honestly, robbed. They should have given 2 penalties. Do you know what I mean? So It is what it is. And I had a great goalkeeper, by the way.
Yeah.
He was just as good as.
Oh, nah, what's my name?
I tell you what, that kind of shoehorning in is impressive, actually, KG.
All right, let's do it. Let's
talk transfers. We're going to be talking about some midfield options, talking about talks with Rabiot, Caicedo. Jadon Sancho reportedly has an asking price this summer, as well as other players having asking prices too. And also, we're going to be talking about Mason Mount and how that offer is still on the table. So let's start off talking about Rabiot. Of course, he is a free agent this summer. His contract with Juventus is set to expire. He is still negotiating with Juve that he could stay and agree a new contract. But it was reported last night by The Athletic, KG, that Manchester United have made contact with Adrien Rabiot's representatives over a proposed move to the club. Of course, this is the same player, was linked to United last year with a year left on his contract. Of course, it happened in the end, but John Murtough was in Turin. By all accounts, spoke with Rabiot's mother, Veronique Rabiot, and now I guess they're going back to the table and trying to negotiate a free transfer.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Rabiot on a free, I guess, in addition to getting another midfielder as well?
I like this player, and that's heavy on like as well, because again, he does things in the team that not a lot of our players can do. Move with the ball. Like, he's a bit rugged in the midfield, and he believes in himself. You talk about Ten Hag's been looking for personalities and players, and this is one of those players that has that in abundance. You know, he believes he should be playing. He believes he should be on the pitch, and I want to see that from our signings. When you think of a midfield, it feels more steelier in terms of a Casemiro, Rabiot, and Bruno in the midfield. And take him on the free, I'll have that. You know, I think he'll surprise us again. The signings that we're linked with, they're like, let's say it's kind of got like a meh feeling, but then, you know, when your expectations are not crazy out of hand. So even like Eriksen actually had a good season at Man United, if we're being fair, right? But then the expectation wasn't ridiculous. I think when these players come into this club, it's already big already and expectations too high. It just doesn't meet. But a guy coming on a free, I don't think a lot of Man United fans are expecting him to get 15 goals and loads of assists. So then after he can kind of float under the radar and surprise us with good performances.
Yeah, so just a bit of an update on Rabiot and his stats. You can see him up on the screen right now. Obviously, as I mentioned, it is going to be a free transfer if indeed he does come. He's 28, obviously central midfielder, plays for Juventus. Was kind of on the periphery of things until really over the last sort of 12 months or so, 18 months, particularly at international level. Of course, came in, had a very good World Cup with France too. At one point, KG, the discussion was that he was definitely going to leave. Like this time last year, the reason we were in for him is because he had a year left, and it was like, oh, and by the way, he's not signing a new contract. In the last, shall we say, few weeks, those reports have now come out to suggest that maybe Juventus want him to stay and maybe they're negotiating with him to stay. I saw something earlier yesterday as well suggesting that he had sort of said, I tell you what, my contract's come up and I can't believe there aren't more clubs in for me. I mean, I'm Rabiot. I'm Rabiot. I should be great. The concern I think some people have is maybe the personality and bringing him into the locker room, considering that there have been stories out there before about him being maybe somewhat difficult to deal with, particularly his agent, his mother being difficult to deal with. We've had our United have had their issues with maybe difficult agents in the past being around the club. Is that something that would worry you?
Unfair. I think it's unfair. Like, they always kind of use this thing. Every agent's difficult. I think it's because his agent's his mum. People try to make it out and make it more weird and nefarious than it actually is. You know, an agent tries to get the best deal for their client, and that's all she's been doing. You know what I mean? So when people say this thing about his mum, it always sounds, there's always that negative connotation. And his mum's gonna, bro, his mum's his agent. So what? End of the day, like, she gets him the best deal, and she's like, right now, Juventus are actually trying to work. They want him to stay, so they're talking to her, and she's gonna get the best deal. Simple as that. I think sometimes we just try to like make it seem like there's scandal. Why are Juventus fighting for him to stay? Why is Ten Hag tried to go for this guy 2 seasons in a row? I think we put ourselves in good stead because we've shown we want him, you know. And I like the fact that he's thinking, why aren't more clubs in for me? And even when, like, last season, when I remember a lot of people saying, look, why are we chasing a guy that their club doesn't want? Or look now, they want him. You know?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point too. I think this is when it's so difficult in this transfer window, isn't it? Because and I got accused of this the other day, saying, "Oh, you asked for United to do certain things, and then when they do them, you criticize them regarding like the Caicedo stuff." And we'll get to that in a bit. But with Rabiot,
yeah,
we say, don't we? You know, do shrewd transfers, look at free transfers, see who you can bring in. And if we brought in Rabiot, logically, you would think he wouldn't be the only midfielder we signed this summer. So if you had a transfer window of bringing in Rabiot and Caicedo, or Rabiot and Mason Mount, let's not lie here. As much as we can talk about, you know, the disruption, all that kind of stuff. Like, he's a good player. Like, let's not make any mistake. He's an international player. Yes, he played at the World Cup because people were injured. There was no Pogba, there was no Kante, whatever. But he didn't play badly, and France still got to the finals. And he played his part in that. It's not as if he was a passenger in that team. And again, he's good. He's a good player. He'd improve us, wouldn't he?
Missing. Yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, I look at games where you ask yourself, is he going to bring something to the big games? Game against Liverpool, you think, for Rabiot's in there. Rabiot, Casemiro's in there. I'm comfortable with that. You want some battlers. You want some fighters. Yeah, I want that personality. I want someone that's not going to give up. If I'm looking across me and I see Nietzsche, Rabiot, and Casemiro, I say, all right, listen, if it goes left, we should be all right in this one. And that's what you're looking for. It's trusting a player like him on a free. I'm taking it because before that, it's Fred and McTominay. You know, like when it's a big game, we say, listen, we got to bring in one of those two. That's madness. If you want to level up and you want to go toe to toe with Man City or with Liverpool, I'd rather have a midfield like that.
Is your concern though, and this is, I think, the concern for any free transfer, is that wages. He's going to ask for a lot of wage in terms of, you know, he's
what 270.
Yeah, there were rumors, like, again, we talk 250s, like, again, high numbers. And that's when you start to go, is he really worth that? And to your point, look, his mother is agent. He's going to drive a hard bargain because she should, because that's what an agent does. They always try and get the best deal possible from. And that's not, by the way, if Manchester United accept that and give him that, that's not her or his fault. That's United's fault for offering that on the table. I don't begrudge any player for signing on the dotted line.
So then you're not paying the transfer fee. So why not?
Well, that's the misnomer when it comes to free transfers, KG, because what they tend to say is, look, you're saving all of this money on transfer fees. So what you can do is you can bump the wages up a little bit, and you can then pay a higher agent fee, and you can pay a higher loyalty fee and a signing on fee. So basically that money that you'd probably spend in terms of a transfer fee ends up somehow being sort of mixed in there on another level. There's no such thing as a free transfer. That's one of the biggest sort of fallacies in football, is there is no such thing as a free transfer.
We're not paying from another club in it. So if we have to, of course they're going to bump it up, but at least the player's the money's getting to the player, right? So there's got to be a way where it kind of makes sense. And then after because what would he be on? I'm not going to try and do this math, but we're saying 270, right? Roughly. Yeah. I ain't going to lie to you.
I mean, that's a lot.
But then why do we care when we get the Saudis in that? I just want to win. Like, if the player does his job and he's playing good on the pitch and he's actually earning his check, I don't care. It's when you don't play good. It's when you're on 370 and you don't score, you don't assist, you do nothing. You just turn up sometimes. I don't want that player. If you're doing your job and killing it, play, bro. Do your thing. I'm not worried about that, especially when our Tans comes in as well. You think I'm going to be counting the pennies, bro? Absolutely not. Do your part in this team. I'm going to be happy. 270, if that's what it takes, come on in. Come on down.
KG, first of all, if you were at United and you were already doing deals based off, we're going to get our Tans money, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, you're just waiting for that to blow up in your face, aren't you? You know what I mean?
No, I want, again, at some point, we'll get our Tans in it.
KG, who knows? And I tell you who knows. Nobody knows. Kept seeing that weekend. Documents have been signed. I told you, didn't I, as well, when they go, there was a delay, something happened. Bullshit. Was there a delay? Nothing happened.
Remember that night when everyone was waiting to 12 o'clock, the Cinderella story?
Yep. That pumpkin's looking pretty rotten right now, isn't it? A lot of flies surrounding that pumpkin. Turns out none of the shoe fits. Go back to Foot Locker or whatever. Trade it back in.
Oh, you're killing me today. But no, listen, man. I think we should be a bit positive. Again, as you said, it's a fresh week. Do you know when I knew I wanted Rabiot?
What do you mean you should be positive? Earlier on, you were saying this would get frustrated with the transfer stuff. You've changed already in 18 minutes.
Absolutely. Come on. Get with the program, bro. You know me. You know me. Let's go. No, on a serious note, yeah. I was like, do you know when I knew I wanted Rabiot? And I had two different reactions. When Mason Mounts, when they said no, my reaction was different. It was like, when I heard Rabiot might be signing a new contract, I was immediately disappointed. And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, you want that guy. I don't really care about I didn't really care about the Mason Mount thing. I was like, good.
You've moved on that quickly.
Then I heard we're trying to buy him still. And I was like,
or did you go like with Mason Mount? They go, Bayern interested. You went, oh no, don't go to Bayern.
No, I didn't care.
Those fans?
I didn't care. Like, you have to understand here. This figgy deal is like. Remember when we done that poll? Yes, that poll. I said he wants them to say no, yeah, and not accept the bid, which they didn't do. So I was kind of right with the poll thing, even though you lot didn't like the wording. Yeah, I got the result I kind of wanted. I got the result I wanted. I was like, cool, like, all right, that's enough. Pack it up. Let's go somewhere else now. You know what I mean? And then with Rabiot, when I heard Juventus wanted to sign him, I was like, again, to a new contract. I was disappointed because I believe he could do something in our midfield. I believe that he could just have. He's a different option that we don't have. We don't have players like him in our team at the moment. So why not?
But you go back to the wages. So Bruno just signed a new contract. I think he's on 270. Are you happy for Rabiot to come in and be on like 250 and he'd be 20 below Bruno? Does that
do you know how I figure it out? Do you know how I work this thing out? And this is crazy, but my mind is absolutely insane. I take the Phil Jones wages that was pointless, and I take the Twanzebe wages that were pointless, and I say, well, that goes to him, innit? Just like that, and it makes it feel better.
Well, Shopping Solutions says here, get over the wages, Owen, and my response to that is I can't. The reason why, go on, KG.
Wait, I can't find it, and I need it. I can't. Oh man,
I can't do it.
You can. You can do it. You can.
Because the reason I can't get over the wages is because it always becomes an issue, and we always talk about them because the wage structure at United is out of control. It is. Yeah. And I know people go, oh, yeah, but it's not your money, but it affects other things. So then later on, we complain going, why can't we get this player in? Because he's on loads of wage. He's on a huge amount of wage. And then when we can't get rid of him in a couple of years' time as well, why can't we get rid of him? Because the wages are too big. It's just...
Rabiot won't be that problem. We just listen, Owen. We need players that are actually gonna play, actually gonna deliver something. We've been playing Donny van der Beek, even if it's minimal wages. We've been paying him for years, nothing. Twanzebe, another one, years, nothing. Harry Maguire, I don't somehow, but he's been getting paid and he doesn't live up to his price tag or nothing. So I'm saying again, you're gonna have a player that could actually help the side. Actually be of some use to Man United. There's a lot of players that don't even deserve to pick up a checkbook at this club. Pick up a check, but they do. I'm not going to worry about a player that's actually he could actually become a first team starter. Why am I upset about that? As long as he delivers, I'm not worried about his how much he's getting paid.
Let's get to the super chats here. WJ Barrett's been a member for 12 months. He said, just wanted to say big ups to all of you at UV. My favorite United fan channel, and KG and KG's actually KG, that dude who Simbined himself, Onana Shaw, laughter. You want to press the button again?
Oh, Nana, what's my
name? She Loves United says, will UV be in Oslo for the first game of preseason? I believe so. I think so.
Yes, we will be.
I think so. I believe that is the case. Arif is the latest member of the UV Members Club. Welcome to Arif. Remember, you can join the UV Members Club. Links in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. You get your badges, your emojis, and your exclusive members-only content as well. Ahmad's in. Sheikh Ahmad Altans says, a 7 every game is better than a 9 once or twice a season. I guess referring to Rabiot. And Isaac says, tall, good on the ball, mobile. I'll take Rabiot. So
that's it.
There is some Rabiot support in the chat. You know, I'd take him too. I don't have an issue. Again, I think Rabiot and another midfield signing, I think, is fantastic. Oh, and also Ahmad says, KG, I love you, man, but you wanted Rashford out last summer because of one poor season. You're wrong about Mount again.
Oh, I love this revisionist history. We all felt that. Again, I said, if money comes in from PSG, the same way I say with Sancho, which we'll get to later, I'd look at it like everyone wanted to, because Rashford was moving a bit mad. But then if you talk about if I backed Rashford in the past, absolutely. I definitely backed him more than I've been like against him, 100%. Is that a Wamby thing, isn't it?
In fairness, yeah, I can actually agree with KG because I remember it himself. I remember getting a phone call when you were doing a live Flex and KG show, and you were insisting that Rashford was like 100 million or something like that.
I backed him for a long time. I have backed him for a long time. I have, but then it's again, you lose your way along the way with these players, and when it just starts to go bad, when Rashi wanted to fight his own team, like the fans, I said, yeah, this ain't getting well. I was ready for him to go.
No.
You know what I mean? But then again, he turned it around, and I'm happy about that. But expecting again, if Mason Mount comes, I'll be like, welcome to the club. You know what I mean? But then it's not. I'm not looking for that signing. Again, they're trying to price us. They're saying mad prices, and we have to say no. We have to set a precedent.
We've got over 2,100 people watching, and we've just got only 200 likes. So if you haven't already, click the like button. Let's get to 750 early. And then the sky's the limit as well. And Lil Yo has been a member for 10 months, says, who framed Roger Rabiot? Honestly, though, bring him in, give him a light 200K with add-ons. Also, we need Caicedo over Meaty Mount. So Lil Yo wants Caicedo over Mount as well. Let's talk about Caicedo then, because once again, it's coming out from The Athletic, suggesting that in addition to United having held talks with Juventus over the potential signing of Adrien Rabiot on a free transfer, United have also held talks with Moises Caicedo's representatives over a potential move to the club. It's been reported that Caicedo could be available for around £80 million this summer, potentially 90. KG, where do you sit? Where do you sit on this? Because I'll share with you my theory, because I've spoken quite a lot about this over the weekend. I don't believe it. I still think at the end of the transfer window, we would have signed Mason Mount and maybe Rabiot. I do believe that United are interested. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm just like, I just don't know if I buy it. And I got to preface this too, because people go, so you're saying he's better, Mason Mount's better than Caicedo? No, I'm saying that if I had to pick one, I would pick Moises Caicedo. He would be a better signing for Manchester United. He is younger. He has, I think, more potential. He has more growth. He's going to be more expensive because he's younger. He's got more time in his contract. Totally understand that. I just don't know if I actually believe that we'll sign him. I still feel like we're getting Mount and we're maybe getting Rabiot. And even all of this Caicedo stuff is just a way to be like, Chelsea, we're not going higher than 55 and that's it, accept that offer. Otherwise, we're going to go for Caicedo. There's other people we could go for. What say you?
I hate the way that you just you raid on my parade all the time. Literally, it's literally like a Duffy song. You know what? You remember Duffy? I'm gonna rain on your parade. That's you, like every day with silence.
I thought, well, who sings the song "Why Does It Always Rain on Me"? Is that Travis?
Why does it always rain? I don't remember. Who is that?
I think it's Travis. And then he goes, "Because I lied when I was 17." Very specific.
And that's like you're holding on, mate, because he's 17.
Yeah, exactly. You think your lies control the weather? Weirdo.
Wait, all right, back on form though. Yeah. I hate that you've done that, honestly, because like I wanted to be excited. Don't you? This is the thing about the window, the transfer market. It's get excited, feel the disappointment. It's just kind of part of the journey. At least let's not just pop the balloon of excitement, because then it's just gonna be horrible. You know what I mean? At least let us have a few days of, I wonder what that would be like. That would be sick. Great sign. Before we get into being real, like, let's just imagine. Are you with me? And a player like Caicedo, yeah, would be brilliant for Man United. Like, that's a midfield. Just imagine, like, if you used to close your eyes and imagine Casemiro, Rabiot, Caicedo, Bruno, yeah? Hold on.
Oh, na, na.
Yeah, bro. And then after we just find the striker somehow, yeah, that is a window of a lifetime. That is
I
a
don't disagree.
window. Like,
I
I'll
don't
be
disagree.
so ready. Oh man, but you just want to shit on it.
I don't. I know. See, this is the difference. You're saying, "Oh, I want to." You're poo-pooing on my parade. Why are you trying to shit on my dreams and all that kind of stuff? I feel like in this instance, KG, I'm just being realistic. Your transfer strategy is vibes and belief and hopium and copium. Mine is let's look at Raf Benitez, manager, facts. Yeah, I'm talking about facts. Facts.
No, but sometimes because again, Man United, when I saw the that Moise Caicedo thing, yeah, I thought in the realms of things though, it's not crazy. I know it sounds mad, but it's not crazy. Because let's really look at this. We got an outlay of money for Kane. Harry Kane ain't coming to this club. Surely you got to refinance and decide, you know what? If I can get like a light Rasmus, or if I can get like a Kolo Muani, yeah, on the cheaper, yeah, and then after I could put that money into that midfield, into strengthening midfield, why not sell a few players? It makes sense. It does make a lot of sense. And again, I never believed we could bring in Casemiro. I never thought that was possible. We got him. Why can't we do this still? He wants to leave Brighton. Like, he must have an agreement with Brighton. If a big club comes in, you don't have to look at it and seriously, because they shut down his dreams in Jan.
Yeah, I'm not saying we can't sign Caicedo, because of course we could.
Yeah,
we could sign him. We do have the budget to sign Caicedo, but it affects other things as well. And I still, again, at this point, I still think United are still trying to figure out which pieces of the puzzle go where. They know that they've got 120 million to spend, and they're going, right, we could get Caicedo, 80 million, maybe a little bit higher. We could. How much does that leave us? About 40 million. I mean, press the button, the goalkeeper.
Which one?
What's my name?
Oh, sorry, I didn't have it.
What's my name?
The goalkeeper, what's his name? Onana. They probably look at that and say, okay, 50 million euros, that's about 45 million quid, right? We're over budget there. Player sales, and they go, who are you going to sell? Wow, and we'll get to player sales in a bit.
15 million.
We'll get to player sales in a bit. But I'm just, again, I just, when that all came out, it to me just felt like, yeah, they've had enough with Chelsea over the Mason Mount situation. But the key thing is, and we're going to get to this later on, but the offer's still on the table. And the offer's still on the table because really that's the guy that Ten Hag wants. And that's the guy that's the cheaper one to go for. And And I understand they said, well, they factored in that Caicedo will cost more because he's younger and he's got more time left on his deal. But
if you're going to spend 70 million on Mount, you might as well just put that money into Caicedo. Simple as that.
I would prefer Caicedo. I'm not saying that he's. I'm not saying that he's. Again, I think Caicedo is the better signing. I'm just saying, what do I think is more likely to happen? I think even at this point, what is more likely to happen is that we sign Mason Mount and not Moises Caicedo. Ironically, the money that we spend on Mason Mount will probably give Chelsea the money they need to buy Moises Caicedo.
Exactly, which is stupid. You got to for me, I honestly feel that you have to send a message. Somebody has to be the player that you let them know we're not having it anymore, and them not selling us. Look, they're selling their players for crazy money. It's ridiculous. When they're trying to buy players, they're getting players on the cheap. So it's like, guys, which one is it? So now for us, we have to send a message. Again, we want to buy Mason Mount. Mason Mount's got a year left on his deal. This is a very good deal we're bringing you. Oh, you don't want to do business? We're walking away. And guess what? We will buy the target that you guys are interested in, and we will spend a little bit more. Why? We offered you something. You didn't take it. There's a new sheriff in town. We changed the ways we're doing business. We're going to do business that helps our club and not tries to kill us. We can get him on a free. You don't want to give him to us now. We'll wait a season and he'll walk in on a free. Shame on you lot. because now you just walked. Now you've left out on money, and we know about losing players on free because we do it all the time. We have to do that to them again. We'll wait 12 months. He really wants to play for Man United. Simple as that.
Let's get to some of these super chats here. Sashiv says, "Hi and welcome to the best of enemies," referring to, I guess, Don Red, because that was touched on.
Welcome to the best of enemies.
Hi. It's quite high, actually, isn't it? Hi. Hi and welcome to the best of enemies. WJ Barrett says, "Tomorrow kit launch, Altans and signing incoming." You're going to be getting into this week territory. But the financials are done this week, so maybe afterwards. Keegan's been a member, KG, for 12 months, a year.
12 months, a year. Let's bro.
Says this year will be exactly like last year. We will sign a mediocre amount. Everyone will lose their mind, and transfers will be slow after that. #1 year. And Ahmad says KG's been hanging out with too many Arsenal fans.
Arsenal. I like to read Arsenal fans. It's my favorite pastime.
I'll tell you what as well. Before we're going to get on to James Sancho in just a second, but I do want to just say, and I mentioned this the other day, that you talk about revisionist history with the Arsenal fans, yeah? Thomas Partey, apparently he's not that good now.
Bro,
apparently not that good. January, I remember doing all that stuff. I went on AFTV and I had a room of people tell me, Thomas Partey is much better than Casemiro. It's the best player in the world. Yeah, and now they're getting rid of him. They go, yeah, he wasn't even that good, really, was he? Sorry, that was only 6 months ago. You were telling me that. I can't believe it. I can, but it's just classic.
In trouble. That was last season as well, you know. In Ketia's and what happened to him, bro? That song was a one-hit wonder, bro.
Honestly, he's not even that good. Gets injured all the time. Everyone knows that. You were still telling me. We were telling you that in January. You were still best in the Premier, best in the world.
Best in the world. We have the best player. Someone, I remember. Expression calls him Thomas House Gathering, fam. It's not a party. Nah, Expression. Nah.
They broke me, blood. I'm broken, fam.
But yes, I just wanted to reference that. Jadon Sancho, right. This is kind of a two-parter, KG. So we've got a load of prices, according to Chris Wheeler from the Daily Mail, about people that could be up for sale this summer. And we're going to go through all of them. But first, probably the one that caught, I think, people's eye the most was that it's being suggested by Chris Wheeler from the Daily Mail that Jadon Sancho is listed under the category of could go at the right price this summer. And the price, reportedly, that United would be interested in selling Jadon Sancho for £45 million.
So we don't have the capacity.
I never spelled it.
Are you taking a piss?
I knew that, and I thought when I saw this last night, I thought this is such a great topic for KG, because KG's big point recently has been, what do we do when we sell players? Why aren't we overcharging? The market's crazy. And I saw that Jadon Sancho, and we're going to get into the other ones, but 45 million for Jadon Sancho.
Rubbish. I mean, what was even that? I hate this one. This is anyway. Okay, I mean, my emotions are all over the place. Okay.
You know, you're telling you. 5 minutes ago, why are you raining on my parade? You're raining on my parade or whatever. The next thing I go, we're going to sell Jadon Sancho. They reckon 45 million. I said, oh, fucking no, man. Fuck. And you're like this.
Oh, God! No, God, please, no!
I'm a mess, but you know what? This is where I get into my ranting stage, and I have to because, again, let's look at what Chelsea did. Kai Havertz has not been amazing, hasn't been scintillating, hasn't been a player that everyone's excited for. Value, absolutely fine. Put Kai Havertz in this Man United team and let him have the same input. I promise you that player leaves this club for something like 12 to 18 million. It's a disgrace. That's what it is. Now, Jadon Sancho, probably like you can't take away that what he did at Dortmund, because that player's still there, right? You can't take away his international call-outs, this, that, and the other. Now, for him to go down in value that drastically, now you're saying that because how much we looking for Maguire by any chance?
Well, we'll save that. We're gonna get to that in a second.
Okay, cool. But I think they're not far apart, right?
Mm.
It's a disgrace. This is 45 million. No, guys, 60, 65. We're not taking any less. Again, like Newcastle players are going for real money. They're putting big value. Again, the player at Fulham, was it Paulinho or something like that?
Yeah.
Listen, now we're talking big money. What has he done? This Man United, we just undervalue, and I don't know if it's because of us as fans and how we get onto them. I don't know like who's spoiling the economy of these Man United players, right? Do we play a part in this? Who's responsible for this? It can't just be the player himself, the PR around it. And we're a loud fan base, we're a loud fan group, right? Other players like, well, I think other teams might even get a bit more from Maguire, maybe, right? But Man United, it's really painful that this is what our players are getting for, and it's not right. Sancho, again, I'd rather keep him in the team than sell him for something stupid like 45. Absolutely not. Nope, staying at the club.
KG, press the all laughed at me button, please.
All right, cool. What's it? Yeah, there it is.
You all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
Because this is my point about wages. When you put people on big wages, when you go to sell them, it gets very, very difficult. And lots of clubs say, hey, I can't afford to pay him those wages. The only way we can maybe afford to work this thing out is because we're buying out his contract, you lower the asking price down a bit. When Jadon Sancho's on 350k a week, that makes him 45 million in the transfer market because nobody wants to pick that contract up. Or United have to pay off still part of that contract because he's owed so much money. This is when you have to go back to strategy when you're handing out contracts, because it comes to bite you. Not every transfer pays off. Or if you want United to be as ruthless as they should be, you have to also give an easy exit strategy. If it doesn't work out, they don't give decent exit strategies. And again, I don't begrudge Jadon Sancho for signing that contract. If you put 350k underneath me, of course I'm going to sign that pen to paper. But if it doesn't work out, you can't get rid of him because of that. I agree with you. Jadon Sancho ain't worth 45 million pounds. He's worth way more than that, particularly in the current market. But when you've got a player it's really difficult to shift because he's got loads of years left and his contract is so big, it becomes really difficult. So they have to lower the asking price to say, is there anyone that's willing to nibble on that bait? That's the situation.
I'm keeping him. Then I'm keeping him. And I'm going to make this signing work. He has to work. He has to work out. I have to fit him in. I have to find a way for this player to work in my system. There's no way then. And I know this sounds crazy because we tried to do this with Maguire. We spent a lot of money on Maguire and we've forced him into the team and tried to make it work. We have to find that form in Jadon. We have to get what we're looking for him. I hope he has a serious preseason. I saw Kobe Mino's already in the gym, like getting busy, getting serious. I need to see Jadon. Like, I get you're on holiday right now. I need to see these guys doing the preseason training. Are you with me? Ready? So you're at optimum levels. Like, if you want to live this life and you want to go to all these like fashion weeks and all this other stuff and be amongst the elite players, you got to do the work. Again, and he's had a decent season, but now it's like they're talking about giving Garnacho your number 7 shirt. That's the shirt that you came to this club for. Are we going to allow this to happen on your watch? Absolutely not. I need to see the hunger. If Jadon's mindset shifts small, he just needs to shift the mindset. We'll have a wicked player because there's a good player there. He just feels like a confidence player. If Jadon just puts in that work, because I'm not selling him. Again, you're not that's not good for Man United. It's not good enough. So selling for 45 million. No, absolutely not. Get it right and get into the squad. This should be your shirt. The right-hand side is available. It's nobody's at the moment. You can win that. Again, if you're thinking about the number 10, well, you got to do the work to get into that position. But there's positions available in his team. Are you going to work hard enough? Simple as that. He better start working. I want him to stay in and you better get busy.
I think ultimately Jadon Sancho will stay this summer. I don't think United let him go because I think, to your point, there is going to be such a discrepancy between the price and valuation. And no one's going to pick up that contract. Oh, anywhere if he were to leave United, he'd have to take a pay cut. Like, for instance, if he goes Spurs, which he was linked to, he's not getting 350k a week. It's significantly less than that. So I think he'll stick around. And to your point, I do really think this season's make or break for him, because the first 2 seasons have left a lot to be desired. And I know people can put their relevant excuses as to why it's not worked out, but 3 years, he's got to do something. And again, what we were seeing, even when he came back after that break, for me, a couple of glimpses here and there of sort of okayness, but like you said, it's mentality. It's for me, it's mentality, it's desire, mentality. All that kind of stuff.
And he can get that. Again, when you're fitter, there's things you can do. You can do more things in his team, right? Again, sometimes that it comes down to fitness of putting the extra sprint in or the extra run, or trying to just choosing, I'm going to stay out of this tackle. If he's fit, you're going to do more. Then after things, it's just muscle memory. You're on the pitch and just enjoying yourself. Jadon Sancho can play in this country. It's ridiculous that he's struggling to. Again, we're going to count last season as his first season under Ten Hag, innit? Because a lot of these players didn't get coached and didn't have a role, a way forward. Now we should see the uplift of Jadon Sancho. And same way we had it with Shaw, same way we had it with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and all these other players. Jadon Sancho, again, we said it before with the Rashford thing. This should be Jadon Sancho's season where he does big numbers. I really hope that's what happens.
Let's get to the super chats here. Mike says, Owen, stop making up these fictional wages. He will be on 200 to 220k max, I think referring to Rabiot. Also, if you play FM, you would know that signing on / loyalty bonuses are spread over the length of his contract. Well, I would push back to that and say, I'm making up wages. Do you know that's exactly what he's going to be on? Because last year that move fell through because he wanted lots of money on his contract. And if he's on a free, the wages will be higher. So
no,
he's gonna
probably wanted the signing on fee, innit? It goes to him, innit? So his mum.
Again, it's part of it. Benji says, I've turned the corner in my mind. I've seen this man score 47 goals with Sancho on FIFA 23. I mean, if my man can do that, surely Ten Hag can get him to 17 goals. Shopping Solutions says, yes, KG, we should not sell Sancho. Carl Brown says, United contract systems is where we don't sell players high anymore. We should buy them small and make them work for a higher deal, which makes this better. Jason says, guys, I promise you, if you play Sancho on the right, you will see Dortmund numbers Sancho. He nearly got 6 assists in the last few games. He has to play. Sashiv says, we should sell Sancho. The Premier League is too tough for him. And Ahmad says,
I disagree. I honestly feel that if we have a real striker or someone that can play the ball into, we'll have a different Sancho. Again, he was enjoying the likes of Haaland, right? He had someone to really work with. Man United haven't had a target man in a long time. Everyone's numbers go up. Again, Bruno's numbers go up with a striker. His numbers will definitely go up with a striker. I think, Rash should probably be pretty much the same. But a lot of players will feast having a raw number 9. That's what we're looking for. That's what's missing.
Ahmad says, Sancho is way too soft, KG. Watching him dodge 50-50 challenges is cringeworthy. You can't argue that he wasn't doing that at the end of the season, because I remember in the FA Cup final and stuff like that, it was very, very frustrating watching him do that. Yeah, let's play a game, KG. Okay, it's 9:46. Let's play a game. Okay, I've got a list of players that are allegedly up for sale this summer for Manchester United, and I want you to guess their asking price according to this report from Chris Reeler from the Daily Mail. Okay?
That can't be according to what I want.
No, well, you've got to guess. You just got to guess what you think the number is. Okay, so the first player, and this is under the category for sale. These players are definitively for sale this summer. United wants to move them on. Donny van de Beek.
Oh, I've been training, All right, Donny van de Beek.
Getting better.
Thank you. Our club, crackheads. 15 million.
You're going for 15 million.
That's what our club would do. Our club, it should be more. It should be 15 to. It should be 20. I would take 20, but 15 million is what our club would do.
According to this article, Donny van de Beek is for sale for £20 million.
Come on, that's good. That's what I would do. That's all right, because he hasn't done anything. It makes sense. Yeah, 20 million. That's perfect.
Next one, Fred.
Yeah. Oh, Survey. Fred. It's mad that Donny's worth more than Fred. That's insane. But for Fred should be 18 million. Can I say between 15 and 18?
Well, you can, but
I'm taking that.
actually, according to reports, it's higher. They're saying 20 million for Fred.
Ooh.
Happy with that?
The way is, if Fulham want him, I'm gonna stretch that to 25 because you tried to tap him up, mate. That's an illegal conversation. You chased him down. I don't think we gave you the manager, so you got to pay for that. I'm gonna put a couple million on that. And like 5 million for the insult, really. Shouldn't have chased him down in the car park. I know you want him, but there's a way, and that's unprofessional.
Next is Anthony Elanga.
Langs.
Langs.
We're not gonna get,
Anthony
Flex's son. 10 million, 10, 13, 10 for 10 million, 13, 10 to 13.
Well, according to this article, Anthony Elanga's asking price is £20 million.
Is this? Are we talking about Man United here?
That's what the article said.
Nah, Man United, they can't do that. I would love for them to do it. 20 million is just right for a player like Elanga. Again, academy product. He's scored on the international stage. He scored big goals in big Premier League games as well. And you can say, was he scored in the Europa League or he scored in the
Champions League against Atletico? At the Wonder Metropolitano, scored that goal.
It's gone up to 22 million, bro.
So Elanga, 20 million. Hannibal Medjbury.
Hannibal, I don't know, 7.5.
According to this report, 13.
Really? Nah, Man United. I thought was doing Man United prices. If Man United get 13 million for Hannibal, yeah, I will clap for what's his name? For Murto, fam. I'd stand up and give him a round of applause. 30 seconds.
What, like this is 2020 all over again on your doorstep? Clap for Murto.
I clap for Murto. If Murto can get these prices for these players, it is a round of applause. Every single time he does it and hits the mark, we have to stand up and clap. On our literally outside, you know how we did it, and we'll hit the pots and stuff. We've got to do something.
Alex Telles.
He's getting old though, Alex Telles. But then he did go to what do you call it? He did go to Sevilla and win he won them a trophy.
Yeah.
He won them a Europa League. Now, if I'm getting by what you're saying, I think he should be 12 to 13.
You're saying 12 to 13.
Yeah.
You're a bit over. Apparently, it's available for 10 million. 10 million pounds. But to be honest, if we got 10 million for Alex Telles, I'd take it.
Want them to win the cup though. I think that's well out of order. There should have been like you have to buy him now. Are you with me?
I mean, they might, but again, 10 million, I'm happy with that for Alex Telles. I'll take that.
Yeah. He's got them
next
as well.
Next, Eric Bailly.
Yeah. Well, I've heard 2 million, so like that was really harsh. But if Man United, if this is a new Man United, 5 million?
Well, KG, you said 2 million, and that was absolutely correct.
2 million for Bailly. That depreciation is real. How much should we bring him in for?
What was it, like 30, something like that? It might be more than that.
2 million.
2 million. Basically, you might as well just get nothing. You know what I mean?
You might as well let Glazers just go on a mad couple flights.
That's like when someone goes, KG, have you got like, I need a £1 coin. And you go, oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you a £1 coin. And you go, I'll give it you back. You go, £1. Like the math. You know what I mean?
Wait. No, how much did we pay for Bailly? On a serious note, I really want to know now.
I swear it was like 30, wasn't it? Eric by Manchester United fee.
No, that's not right.
30 million. And that was in 2016.
Oh. Is
2016.
No. That's Bitcoin settings. That's one of them coins that they make up. 2 million is a crazy.
They do a YouTube video. How I lost my fortune in Eric Buy.
That is a disgrace. No. Do you know how shit you have to be to become a 2 million player?
Today, 2 million. 2 million, that's basically like rent for a studio flat in London.
Why, man? That's 28 million loss. No, we don't want to do nothing with our lives. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. Carry on.
One of your favorites, Brandon Williams.
I was going to be very... I think Brandon should go for nothing less again. Academy product. Academy product. Let me be fair. Brandon Williams. Like a light 7.5.
By all accounts, he's available for £5 million this summer.
There you go. That was nice from me, to be honest.
And he's on a big contract as well.
I knew what I was going to say, but I well done, KG. Go on, that's growth. Evolution. Yeah.
Now, the next category was will listen to offers. Harry Maguire.
I think Harry Maguire is worth 40 to 45 million.
By all accounts, they're willing to listen to offers for 40 million for Harry Maguire. 40 million pounds.
I like 45 as well, because again, England international. He's a leader. He's this. I'm gonna listen. We need to talk up these players. He's a leader. He can offer it. Like a lot of teams will be solid with him, not us, but a lot of teams that play a certain style of football. Harry Maguire loves that aerial, good in the air. You're getting a good player. You're getting a good player there, mate.
Scott McTominay.
Scott, I actually think this is good. I think Scott will. I think Scott will be good for any team that like if you're not thinking of the top 6 and stuff. Scott is like a mainstay in your team. I think Scott should be getting for something like. I like Scott getting for 25 million. I think that's right.
Well, by all accounts, Manchester United will listen to offers of 40 million pounds for Scott McTominay. I'm really surprised you said 25. That's lowballing McTominay. That's lowballing.
But again, I just know I know Man United. Like I honestly just know this club. So you're telling me Scott and Sancho are the same value, same price?
Well, there's different circumstances. That's the point, isn't
wages,
it? Yeah, wages, Scott, homegrown, all that kind of stuff too.
I like that, Scott getting for that. And Scott started a lot of Premier League games, You're right, actually. 40 million is just about right. I didn't think our club would do this thing properly, though. I think they just let us down in the market that I'm so used to. This is what I'd expect them to sell Scott for, even though players are getting for much more than that. And he's like, what, Scotland Internet? Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. 40 million.
Yeah, there you go. Dean Henderson.
What, the real price?
Well, this is apparently what they're willing to listen to offers for, according to the Daily Mail.
20 million.
20 million reportedly is the price for Dean Henderson. And that is when you start to look at some of these people, you can understand why it would add up. I mean, if they sold, I don't know if they'll get 20 for Donny, but like 20 for Fred, Alanga, they're not getting 20 for him, maybe 10. Hannibal, 10. Tellez, 10. Bailly, basically a free. Brandon Williams, 5. If they got rid of McTominay, 40 million, it could add up, certainly. And finally, on this list, under the category of could go at the right price, Anthony Martial.
No one's buying it, man. He's going to go on a free.
At the right price, what do you think it would be?
He's not getting it there, bro. It's pointless. Right price, 15, 18 million.
Well, according to this report, they would let Anthony Martial go for £25 million.
If anyone does that, yeah.
Plus a Ballon d'Or clause.
If anyone buys Martial for how much?
25.
That's got to be like a crackhead team. That's like a Wolves Who would be that crazy? Who would do
25, also the number of times he's been injured this season, probably around that number.
Owen.
Disgusting!
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Owen, that's a red card. Wait, 25. These prices are not real. These are not what Man United didn't brief them on this. Man United did not brief them on this. Bournemouth is a mad team to do that.
Imagine Anthony Martial goes Bournemouth.
Do you know what? Have you heard this new one that's been killing me recently? Maguire feels that he should be playing for a big club, like as in he's not intrigued in a step down. Mate, you were fighting relegation before you came here. Who the hell do you think you are? Have you not had that for? Like, mate, you've been relegated like how many times? 3 or 4 times. And now you're talking about playing for a big club. Mate, you should just want to play.
He's got nothing to prove. Got nothing to prove.
No, but I couldn't believe it. What he said.
Nothing to prove. Fingers in the ears. Who's that? Remember that he scored a goal. Who was against Albania, I think, at Wembley. He did a knee slide, stuck his fingers in his ears as if to say, I'm not listening to all the noise. And then they asked him, was that a reference to anything? He went, no. Wouldn't reference to anything. You know, fingers in your ears, man.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm going Italy. Then he could still do it. Like, just Smallins enjoys himself. He's having fun. You know what I mean?
Was that Andorra? I don't remember who it was against. Doesn't matter.
I can't remember who it was from. But I think if he does that, I think maybe if you don't want to be like, if you don't want to embarrass yourself, like, you know, falling out of England, because I think he's only staying with us just so he can play for England. Because if he has to get on the pitch against the West Ham and he's getting piped week in, week out, you know what I mean? I don't want that. I don't want to like be exposed. So now, but then you won't get exposed in Italy. Go over there, kill it. You should be fine.
We'll wait to see. Very, very briefly before we wrap things up, because we've run out of time. But just the latest update when it comes to Mason Mount, as we spoke about previously, is that £55 million bid is still on the table, despite United having cooled their interest and allegedly moved on to other targets, such as Rabiot and Caicedo. That £55 million bid remains on the table. So the question is, KG, are we going to sign Mason Mount in the summer?
No. We're going to get him in it. As soon as I said no, we're
going to sign him £65 million.
Still agreed.
Last day of the window.
We can't go to 65 million, man.
Well, that's what they're sort of saying. They're saying that the reason maybe why all of this stuff is happening now with the sort of posturing is because Murto realizes his reputation's kind of on the line, in that when you say, oh, this is going to be my final bid, it kind of has to be your final bid, especially when it's your first signing of the summer. You know, you could look really embarrassed.
Yeah, keep that offer on the table. I think it's smart. Keep the offer on the table. Again, Chelsea have to sort out their finances sometime this week, innit? So yeah, that's a good situation for us. So that's why we kept it on the table. We're gonna see right now. It's a game of like chicken, right?
Yeah,
and then we're gonna see who's really about this life, because we're happy to walk away. Can you walk away though? So he'll probably end up playing for it. You probably end up being a signing. We'll probably hit signing at the end of the week.
Let's get to these super chats before we wrap things up. WJ Barrett says, we need Sancho. Sancho plus a striker means numbers. Amanor says, Owen, is there a live full view tonight, please? I don't know if there is one or there isn't one. The summer is very difficult. Lots of people are on holiday at the moment. So there will be a live show this evening at 6 p.m. Whether or not it'll be a full view, we'll have to wait and see. But you'll find out later on. Benji says, Maguire in the bundle for Rice. I would accept a bowl of rice for Maguire. Keep the past a good rotation player who offers a change of tactic, referring to Fred. V33 says, Onana joins. Just imagine 75k in Old Trafford singing in the tunnel. What would they be singing, KG?
Onana, what's my name?
Sashiv says, how about Maguire to Inter? You never know. KG said he thinks he'd do well in Italy.
Anyway, he'll be fine in Italy.
And Ahmad says, KG, I hate Asner as much as the next person, but the 4P is at risk next season. Hate along energy should be focused on Man City.
I hate Man City. I promise you. Don't worry. Hate alongs all day long. I hate that team. I want them to lose everything. Honestly, I want him to lose the court case. I want him to lose, bro. Again, that fake treble that they have when you just 120 something breaches, bro. I can't stand that team, honestly. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Well, there you go, guys. That's the morning show for you this morning. That's the transfer review. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. What's on tap for the rest of the day? As I mentioned, there will be a live show at 6 p.m. this evening. We've got to work out numbers, etc. Lots of people are away at the moment and on holiday because it is the summer holidays. But there will be something later on this evening, as well as if anything happens in the day, of course, with some transfer news too. So be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Remember, you can join the UV Members Club in the links in the video description below. It's the pinned comment in the live chat. And KG's going to go back to bed, I think, at this point. Are you?
I was trying to do the internal yawn. I'm not going to go to bed. I've got bare stuff to do today. I'm busy.
Oh. Well, I am. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. We'll speak for you again very soon. Peace.
Bye.